all, time for another video entry. This is a movie I saw a couple days ago in theaters, so yes, it is an actual new movie in theaters. And if you haven't noticed by now, I don't like to bog myself down with details of a movie, like settings or character names. So, that's what we're gonna just kind of continue with, I guess. So, this movie, it's You Again. If you don't know it, that's okay. A lot of you might recognize it when I say Betty White's in it. So, basically, this movie actually hit home a little bit for me and my friend I went to see it with, because right now, we are also in the middle of trying to break up a marriage we don't want to happen. And so we thought, when we see this, we'd get some pointers on how to do that. So we were really pumped. Basically, storyline, girl, kind of the geek girl in school, grows up, be's professional, whatever, she forgets her past. But when she goes home to her brother's wedding, he's marrying the girl that tortured her all throughout high school. Now, I'm not entirely sure where all these high schools are at, that everyone has these little cliques, and there's always the people that get tortured. But from what I remember in high school, yes, we had cliques, but we were all one big happy family in high school. We weren't mean to one another, especially not to each other's faces. Because in order to be bitchy, it's behind the back. But anyway, so she realizes that brother's marrying big bitch from high school. When she goes to meet her again, big bitch acts like she's never even seen this girl before. At all. So, now character who I'm going to call Moo, because I can't remember her name, but those are her initials in the movie. Moo is really, really mad now that the girl won't even apologize for everything she did in high school. So she works with the younger brother who's like 12 years younger than her. I'm not sure how that worked out for mom and dad, but whatevs. She has to work with him so they can break up the marriage, so Moo doesn't have to have her as a sister-in-law, and little brother doesn't have to lose the treehouse that's in the backyard. Both perfect reasons to break up a marriage. My reason for breaking up a marriage is I hate the bitch. Basically it. So, we were sitting there the entire time, and she goes through some things. She really only tries about 2 options. I guess they didn't want to make the movie very long or entertaining. I mean, it was fine, but it was whatever. Basically, she just goes through these things, and really all her plots come out, I guess, in the wedding rehearsal dinner, the night before the wedding is supposed to happen. And that's where she invites bitch's ex-boyfriend, who turns out to be ex-fiancé, to the wedding as her date. Pulls out a video diary that they did back in high school as seniors. Plays that at the wedding reception, and apparently Giant Bitch was a giant bitch. In fact, she was the warden of the school. So, any awful thing she could have possibly said or done in high school is brought out in this video montage of her. So, brother gets really mad, pretty much calls off the wedding, runs out, nobody can find him. And then when Moo goes to apologize for kind of what she did, because she didn't want to really ruin her life, she just wanted to have her brother know what he was getting himself into. Bitch or whatever gets real mad, and they get into a fight, kind of like a physical fight. I mean, there's no punches thrown, but there's plates thrown. And brother ends up seeing, like, his fiance or whatever dump soup on Moo's head, and gets real mad once again, storms off. Later that night, Moo hears someone crying in the kitchen, realizes it's the fiance. She's in her wedding dress, which she's completely destroyed with food. And they talk it out pretty much and become real good friends and fix the wedding, and everything's just dandy, I guess. So, going into this movie, once again, I said we wanted to find ways to break up the marriage we've already started to try to break up. So, coming out of it, we're like, well, should we just accept it? Be morally good people? And this is kind of how we felt? Yeah. Yeah, I hope you can see that, otherwise it's going to be ridiculous what I'm talking about. And we've had these going back and forth type of things before, where, well, should we just leave him alone? Should we continue to do it? Should we be good people? Should we have him ruin his life? And this movie, going into it, we're like, yeah, we're really going to do this. And then coming out of it, we're like, we're going to be good people and accept it. From the walk from the theater to the car, we're back at, we really wish the marriage would break up. But we're not going to do anything about it because I think we're just too lazy. So, it's the movie. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I mean, it's an okay movie. It's something to go to for a little bit of comedy. There's a lot of other parts that happen in that movie that apparently I did not feel the need to talk about at all. But should you see it to try to break up someone's marriage? Probably until the last 30 minutes of the movie. Then you should get up and walk out. Otherwise, you're gonna get a little angel on your shoulder over here, and you're not gonna like it. It's not gonna help. So, yeah, that's my analysis of that. And we'll see you next time.